Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Music and Moonsaults. I am your host, Chris Bourdine, and joining me today, he is one of the four pillars of LateNightGrin.com, Mr. Robert O'Neill. Robert, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I always enjoy coming on and watching these matches with you. It's real nice to be back.
Yeah, I reached out on kind of short notice. I had a day where I was going to be alone. I'm like, all right, see if Robert wants to come on and watch some old wrestling. So I appreciate you taking some time out for me today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So today is when you guys are watching this, today is the 30th anniversary of the first WCW Beach Blast pay-per-view in 1992. And it's a show that I don't think I've seen all the way through. But I definitely have seen this match that we're going to watch. We're going to watch Sting versus Cactus Jack. And I believe it's a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yes.
And it's got a, let's see here, what was 7.86 on Cage Match, and it's 4.5 stars in the Observer. So pretty highly regarded match between two legends.
Yes.
One of which is still going strong, doing crazy stuff today.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I'll give everyone a minute to catch up with us here before we press play and watch this match together. I'm at 52:18. Once again, this is WCW Beach Blast. It's the first of two Beach Blast pay-per-views WCW produced. 93 was the one with the mini movie with Sting and Bulldog and Sid and Vader on the beach.
Oh yeah.
So that's some good stuff. But so yeah, this was so I barely knew WCW existed at this time. You were you even born in 92?
I was born in December of 92.
Okay, so we're a couple months away.
Yeah.
You're cooking in the oven, so to speak, but you're not here yet. Awesome. Yeah, so all right, everyone should be caught up now. If not, just press pause on this video or the audio podcast and press play when you're ready. But we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
And here we see, look at Jesse.
Yeah, they're both dressed for the occasion, man.
Yeah, a nice Hawaiian shirt from JR, and yeah, they're looking great.
Oh yeah.
And they're kind of going over the rules here. So yeah, I like I said, I barely knew WCW existed. I had as a kid, I think it was from Pro Wrestling Illustrated, but it was like this like encyclopedia, but it was all it was like pictures and stuff. So obviously it had all the WWF guys, but it had WCW and even AWA and some people from Japan too in it. So I like saw pictures of like Rock and Roll Express and Midnight Express before I even knew who they were, because I only watched WWF.
Yeah.
And I remember, and it must have been right around this time frame, WCW must have got their syndication on in my area, so either Detroit or Toledo, for like a week, because I just happened to, like, I was flipping channels one Saturday, and I saw wrestling. I'm like, wait, wrestling's not on at this time, and it was WCW, and I believe it was like a brawl with I could be completely fabricating this memory, but I feel like it happened. It was like these two in a brawl, in the center stage.
Oh, okay.
They had the ring on the platform. The spinning. Yeah. So Sting's out, Cactus is out here, and we're gonna get started right here on the ramp.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's good stuff. You got a hardcore match, you got a Falls Count Anywhere match. I like it when it starts, not in the ring.
Yeah.
It kind of adds to it a little bit.
Yeah. And of course, you saw Sting. He had the WCW World Title, the not real great looking one, in my opinion. This is a weird pay-per-view. Like, Sting's here. I believe this is non-title. and he's the world champion. And then there's like a 30-minute Iron Man match on this card with Rick Rude and Ricky Steamboat.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick Rude's like the international or whatever they were calling that the big gold at the time.
Yeah.
But that was non-title too. And the main event was a 30-minute draw between the Steiners and Gordy and Sting just ate it there going for the Stinger Splash. That was gnarly. But yeah, it was Steiners versus Gordy and Dr. Death was the main event on this show.
Yeah, the entire show is actually it's quite good. It's worth checking out. A lot of guys. Ooh, that is rough.
Cactus elbow directly on cement. That's.
You could tell he just banged his knee on the cement.
I mean, that's what you're going to do to Oracle in Nashville, right?
That's true. Yeah.
We got our first pin attempt, and Sting kicks out. But yeah, this is I like this. Is that Bill Alfonso? I'm pretty sure that's Bill Alfonso. That's crazy.
Oh yeah! Wow, it is.
This is the era of WCW that I like. I like.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I like the Nitro era stuff too, but I don't know. There's something about this. I think this is. I mean, classic JR is always going to be Monday Night Raw JR, but this is when JR was like, as an actual play-by-play announcer, was at his peak. Was here in the late 80s, early 90s WCW. I think, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I've always had a fondness for this era of WCW, even though some of the stuff could be a little questionable. But
yeah, it's interesting, like especially the pre-Nitro like pay-per-views. Like the crowd's just super into it, like no matter where they are, and I think it adds to, even if the show's not that good, you just get like this red hot crowd.
Yeah, this here is in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah.
So that's like right in their wheelhouse.
So
Cactus is just taking it to Sting here on the outside.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Sting gets the counter though. Back body drop over the railing again, right on that cement. It's a wonder why Mick had to have hips replaced and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Who would have guessed? Have you checked out his podcast at all?
I haven't yet. I do want to, because I know it just started fairly recently.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. But I'm kind of leery because if it's like any of the other Conrad ones, like Conrad will be on, with the exception of Jarrett. Like he's always on with Jarrett, but like everyone else, it's like he'll be on, and then all of a sudden, Bromwell will be on, and I don't. He's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So that's an automatic skip for me, which really sucks with the Arn show, because I really like what they've been doing for the last year or so with the Arn podcast, where he's going month by month and stuff like that. But especially right now, they're like, I think 2 weeks ago was him and Tully leaving Jim Crockett, and then last week was like their first month in. And like, it's like I didn't listen to, like, that's what I was really like looking forward to, because that's the first time I saw Arn and Tully was as the Brainbusters in the Fed, but I just couldn't make myself listen to that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean the Foley podcast is interesting, just not having listened to it, because like I've read all of his books and I've seen him do his stand-up things. So I don't know what I'm going to really learn from it. But maybe there's some stuff. I'll still check it out, just because I do like Mick quite a bit.
Yeah, he's one of those guys too, with me at least, where I could listen to him, like sort of like an Austin. Like I could listen to Austin tell this, certain stories like all the time.
Yeah,
like over and over again, and it doesn't bother me. And Mick's kind of that same way. It doesn't matter how many times I've read a particular story, or seen or heard him talk about it, like.
Yeah.
He's he had WWE did had a couple DVDs on him, and then they did the A&E doc last year too. So it's like, obviously, again, it's not nothing will be probably really new, but maybe there'll be some. I guess when you're focusing in on one event, you're might be liable to have some more added detail that you really couldn't get into in a book when you're trying to tell 20 years worth of stories in a book.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Sting's firing up now. He's on the comeback. But that dastardly cactus goes right for the eyes. Oh man.
It's always rough when he did that. Like he'd do it in the WWF too, and just like, man, you're going right on the apron.
Yeah. You can see, like, you could tell he banged his knee right on the concrete on the way down too. But yeah, it's crazy that Sting is still going and jumping off of balconies. Like,
yeah, that was really, like, I figured when he got to AEW he'd wrestle and it would mostly be tag matches and stuff, and it has been. But like, the stuff he's doing is crazy. He's going through tables, going off balconies. I know he's banged up right now, but like, it's just been crazy.
Yeah. What do we got? Cactus has got. He's gonna. Chair right to the midsection. Are you? So obviously, I mean, you were too young to really see any of it, and I didn't really see a whole lot of it either. Are you more of a Surfer Sting or a Crow Sting?
I've seen more of the Surfer, I think. Like, I haven't gone back and watched, like, Nitro I've never really watched. I'm getting to it. Doing a thing where, like, I'm trying to catch up on everything that I've never seen. So I'm starting like 1993 and just kind of going through. But yeah, I think Crow Sting is cool, but like I haven't seen enough of him, I don't think, to like really appreciate it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go back and forth. I think Crow is because that's just the one that's lasted and endured.
Mm-hmm.
He's been Crow Sting for 25 years at this point. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like, especially when he had like the super long rat tail with the blonde spiky hair. Like that was like, it was prime Surfer Sting.
Yeah.
They just dealt each other knockout blows, but we got a pin reversal on the concrete.
Actually, it's interesting to see a match like this without, like an influx of weapons or whatever, just because we've gotten so used to like the chairs and all that. This is just violent without, they're using the guardrail and stuff, but it's just kind of a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're seeing as there's no mats on the outside, I think we're knee deep in the Watts era.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, because I think 1992 is like his last year there before
last full. Yeah. Pile driver right on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like early 93 when he decides to say some stupid shit and gets fired.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. He can jump off the apron.
Is he gonna? Oh no! Oh.
Uh-oh.
We're going to the second rope. What are we trying? What are you doing, Mick? Oh.
Ooh.
And he all that to miss, and he still took all the. Like, obviously, I'm no wrestler, but if I'm gonna do that and I'm not gonna hit the move, I'm making sure a guy hits me in the stomach before I like land fully on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
So I land on my feet and sell, not taking the bump all the way to the floor and still not hit the move. We're back on the ramp. I love when AEW gets to do it. I love when the ramp goes all the way across to the ring like this.
Yeah, same here. It's very cool, and I'm glad AEW is able to do it a little bit. They don't always do it anymore, but
yeah, I think it depends on the arena they're in and stuff like that. But yeah, I really like when they're able to do it. Ooh, right to the knee, steel chair. Oh, are we? Cactus. Oh, then they fall off the ramp. They both fell out of sight. Yeah, this is definitely, like you said, I think this is like the perfect type of one of these matches. Because again, we've had a steel chair, and that's really been the only weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a lot of using your environment to inflict as much damage on your opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, and that can work. Like it works really well right here. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like some of the Falls Count Anywhere matches. There's one in 1995, and I think it's uncensored, where Harlem Heat and Nasty Boys are just like in the concession area the whole time. That's a lot of fun. But like
Mm-hmm.
this works, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
What
that's a
are
long way.
that is quite a ways away. Sting on the top. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Top rope clothesline onto the ramp. And there we
Oh,
got
that's
it.
it. Okay.
That was the finish.
It's a good finish.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and there's all the little stingers cheering, and yeah, that was a fun little, and under 12 minutes. That was just a fun little match there.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Awesome. Get some replays here. Let's see here. Oh, the suplex on the floor.
Oof.
Oh, man. God bless Mick Foley. That's still, even though Mick came towards him a little bit more, that's still a long ways to jump.
Oh, yeah.
Sting was quite the athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Woo. All right. Well, as we fade to black, we'll hit stop there. And Robert, you guys at the Grin are killing it, man. You as we're recording this last week, you debuted your brand new talk show. Like you're like I said, you're one of the pillars, man. Between that and the Fed Dead Redemption, and of course the flagship show, you're all over the place over there.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. There's a lot of wrestling content out there, and I think we don't take it too seriously. We don't take ourselves too seriously. Just trying to sit there and have a good time. And I think we all have similar tastes, and that helps. And you're not breaking down every single thing that's good or bad. You're just kind of having a big picture conversation, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's a blast to listen to. Yeah, I really enjoy it. So everyone should go check them out. Go to latenightgrin.com. They do a bunch of free stuff. All the free stuff's over on Twitch now, correct?
It is on Twitch, yes.
Okay, so you go, twitch.tv /latenightgrin, correct?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So they do free stuff, and then anything that's behind the paywall, you just got to pay $1 a month for, and that includes the aforementioned flagship, the 4-hour spectacular late night Grin on every Friday night after Rampage.
Yes.
So, and it's like and I mean, of course, I listen to like all my podcasts on 1.5 speed too, so that helps. But it even without that, it doesn't feel like it's 4 hours.
Yeah, and that's good because it doesn't feel like it's 4 hours and we're doing it either. So I've never really understood how it is on the other side. So I'm glad that it comes through like that.
Yeah. No, it's real good stuff. So, Robert, tell people where they can find you, man.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Robert O'Neill 31. Follow the Late Night Grin Twitter. Late Night Grin is the @ latenightgrin.com is the Patreon, and then twitch.tv/Late Night Grin is the Twitch. So
awesome. Yeah. Definitely go check that out. A lot of good stuff there. You can find me, musicandmoonsalts.com is your direct link to this here YouTube channel. You can find me on podcast platforms all over. Just search Music and Moonsalts. Follow me on Twitter at IbanezChris. You can see my hurdle scores every day. Yeah. Like I said, this is coming out on the 20th. And so next week, if anyone out there is going to Blood and Guts in Detroit, hit me up, and I'd like to say hi.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for it. So yeah, so definitely don't hesitate. Reach out and say hi. I'd like to meet some of you people out there. So All right, but that'll do it now for Robert and for me. Until next time, guys. See ya.